You're listening to the Agony Column News Report featuring interviews, phone interviews, reports from live book events and festivals, and conversations with readers. You can find additional news, interviews, book reviews, and more 5 days a week at the Agony Column website at trashotron.com/agony.
Ike Walsh is a little pissing monkey, and he's about to be interviewed by Ike Walsh. Magdalena had never heard Norman say anything quite that contemptuous before, although many times she had heard him refer to TV people in general as suggestible and inflammable children, innocent of any conceptual thinking whatsoever. Right now the operative word was inflammable. The TV news shows were all hot to exploit the results of a National Institute of Health study showing that an astounding 65% of all hits on the Internet were at pornographic sites. The National Institute of Health, the U.S. government, was warning of a pandemic of pornographic addiction. It had risen from naughty to a national health crisis. They're critically nil, Norman liked to say, referring to the tiny inflamed brains of the TV people. On the other hand, he didn't mind appearing on their shows. They exploit the so-called pornography addiction, he'd say, and he always threw in so-called, and I exploit them. He was great at it. Magdalena knew she was more than a bit biased, but Norman was wonderful on television, so calm, so well-spoken, so all-knowing and yet good-humored, and the way he looked. But now he thinks he's going to treat the fiercest man on television as a tiny, pissing monkey. As a matter of fact, Ike Walsh is a thinly disguised name of somebody who was known as the Great Inquisitor on 60 Minutes.
I gathered that.
And my character, who is ultimately disgusting and brilliant, actually totally dominates the Grand Inquisitor on this segment of 60 Minutes. I'll just mention one thing he does. He has this theory that pornography addiction is not a real addiction, that it's this weakness. The rest of the psychiatric community feels that it is a real addiction, like drink. The first question from the Grand Inquisitor is, he mentions 3 different psychiatrists, and one of them who won the Nobel Prize. They completely disagree with you. So are you saying that you're more brilliant than they are? To which Norman Lewis.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?